Barnet have had a funny month, haven't they? They've lost the manager, changed at the top, but their run of form's been pretty good until their last game when they were beaten by Stevenage. So do you sense that they're in a bit of a state of flux or not?
No, I think Stevenage are in a good run of form as well. Outside the top 4 or 5, everyone can beat everyone else. Budgets are pretty similar amongst them. You know, the boys with the bigger budgets are already at the top. So, no, we know that in every game we got a chance, but we also know that if we don't perform in every game, you can get beat. And that's probably why we've had too many draws. You know, it's been a bit too close. And we've needed something to just get ourselves in front for long enough and score the goals. Of course, to be 2 up, you've got to be 2 up because we kept being 1 up and then drawing, especially at home. So, no, it's a new game, Barnet, a new day, and we're off the back of a good win. So, of course, we'll be confident going into the game, but so will Barnet, you know. And their new manager obviously knew him because he's from within the staff. All I can say is we're looking forward to it, but I'm sure they are.
Their line has been led for the last 2.5 years by John Akindi, who will need no introduction to you at all.
No, that's right. I worked with John Akindi, and he was a bit younger and a bit not so experienced, but he's definitely improved. He's improved tremendous, and I remember talking to him in Dubai, actually, name dropping. I don't know how he afforded going there, but anyway, that's enough. No, he's a great lad, he is. And we had a chat about, you know, I can't remember, it wasn't this summer, it was last summer. And I think Barnet was quite near where he lived, and he's done well, he's done very well. And he's not only a good goal scorer, he's a real great lad. And it'd be nice to see him again.
Doesn't bother him playing up top on his own, does it?
No, nothing bothers him. He's not one of them players. He's just a good lad to have around in your dressing room, and he's done well. And I'm sure that maybe him in January, you know, he's done enough to move up another level or so.
Just lastly, this is the start of a run of 4 games out of 5 at home. I know you'll be keen to get some kind of momentum built out of that. Does that create its own pressure, a run like that, where you've got a lot of home matches?
Is this a Christmas special or something? What is it? You've got an hour-long programme. Got to fill it. Sorry, what was that again? Shorten it.
Does a run of 4 home games out of 5, apart from the Colchester match, does that create its own pressure in a way, because that creates an imbalance later on?
No, not really. It's nice to be at home, really. You know, home for Christmas and all that sort of thing. You know, we're not travelling so far over this period of time, and it'd be nice to get a few wins for our home supporters, so that they can see the new lads and the old lads mixing and us becoming a more forceful team in this league.
End of the Christmas special.
No problem, mate.
How's the injured lads coming along? Dan Holman, Asa Hall, Alex Cooper.
1 out of 3. Dan Holman's coming on fine. He's going to be close from now on. He trained with us yesterday. Asa Hall still is a little way away, although poor lad, I see him walking around the training ground all day, every day, because he's just got to keep his Achilles moving. And Coop still has a bit of a problem with his hamstring, so I don't think we'll see him this side of Christmas.
Is a decision going to have to be made, because I don't think he's on a contract till January the 7th, isn't he? So have you had conversations about whether you give him the chance to?
No, not yet. No, we haven't.
Okay, and the loan players, have you had any firm decisions on whether you want to keep them? Have you had conversations with Reading and Everton about whether you'd like to extend those two?
No, not yet, because none of their contracts are finished yet. They all finish on January the 2nd, I think. So a couple are injured, of course, Johnny Smith and Issa Suleiman, but they've gone back to their respective clubs for the treatment. Of course, if suddenly one of them makes a miraculous recovery from their injury, then we've still got 2 games to go within their contracts with us. And then other lads, again, it's that domino effect that we're waiting to see, who we can bring in before we can say to people, sorry, we don't need you anymore. And before you speak to the clubs, because the other clubs themselves are in the same position. They're all umming and ahhing at the moment, even though it's this late.
You mentioned this time last year that you become an ogre in the January transfer window. Can you sense that coming again now, that it's going to be a busy month?
Well, I've had a go at both of you two this morning. I had a poor geezer over there. So there it is. There exactly is. You get a bit touchy with things, and when you read like reports that don't help, then you get a bit touchy. So yeah, that's where we are. I'll try and keep entertaining for you during this time, but it's a serious time because it's the future of the football club.
Looking back at the Morecambe game, how was the analysis of the first half and the second half? What did you concentrate more on?
On that day, the first half was sort of tactically orientated because we felt we had a game that we could put on them. We competed well, but there was no quality in the first half, and we didn't really create any chances. Second half was throwing the tactics and the coaching book out the window, and just the men in them needed to go out and score a goal because we was under massive pressure. They were down to 10 men. Their manager would have moaned about the sending off. He was moaning about the lads that got injured. One got injured by his own goalkeeper. The other one had a hamstring. I don't know how we had a part in that, but and the referee did what he had to do. But then we had to go out and win that game after being 1-0 down, because otherwise, opposition managers are going to be very clever and they'll say we still beat them and we had 10 men and we had 2 injured and we had this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. So I put that to the lads at half time, and they came out very, let's say, enthusiastic to score a goal, and that was where we needed to be, and it was good that we was able to push them to the point where they was relentless in wanting to score a goal.
Just 2 more. Is that what you're going to ask them to do on Boxing Day?
Well, it's sort of one of them bleeding obvious things. You don't win unless you score goals. But sometimes lads go out there and they need that little shake, and maybe the ogre in January of me, maybe I've got to be that angry before the game as opposed to at half time. You know what I mean? But I'm a nice bloke. I can't get that angry before games. But anyway, I'll try and have a row with someone. Put something else in your paper that annoys me, and I'll go in angry.
Finally, when you were tucking into your turkey this time last year, if I could have offered you promotion and 23rd, 22nd in the league this time next year, would you have taken it?
Yeah, I would, because it was an unbelievable thing to do, to get promotion in the way that we did with what had happened the season before. So, we got to be proud of that. So the fact that we're in this position now, I won't accept this position at the end of the season. Ask me that question again, it might be different. But at the moment, as we stand, I've kept my promise. We've given the whole squad a chance of playing in the Football League. Some have took it well and some not so well. And now we need to kick on, and I know we will. I know we will because of the character of the group.
Excellent.